Yeah,
play
can you
or
please
listen
shut
or
the
try to
f***
do
up? I'm
both
trying
at
to
this?
game here. What the f*** are you even talking about?
Run.
Down,
Run.
go down, go down, come on, go down.
You're full of wisdom and philosophy.
And you're full of shit, dude.
Wow!
Phil, seems like you're muted.
Going live
Should
in
we-
3, 2, 1. Welcome, Internet, to the first Resolution dev stream. Definitely the first introduction because we did not mess up the other one. My name is Phil and I've got Richard and Günther with me, the guys that worked for the past 5 years on Resolution, an indie game that's coming up tomorrow to Steam, GOG, and Switch. And we are here to talk about the development and to take a look at this amazing game.
Okay, I'm Günther, and I spent the last 5 years learning how to pixel art from basically no kind of background whatsoever. And I also wrote most of the weird dialogues, even though I had a little bit of help of cool people all around the world to put together a really, hopefully entertaining story for Resolution.
My main task was to kind of take all the creative output from my brother and just give
Funnel
it some boundaries and
Smash it together.
make it so people will understand maybe a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's like
That was the main task. Whoops.
one thing
Sorry.
we should note, I think, is that it's your first game, right?
It's our first game, and when we started, we had no understanding of what we're doing whatsoever. And I still wonder if we do have an understanding 5 years later. In general, we just wanted to figure out how it is building a video game, or what basically you need to learn. And we had to pick up pixel art, we had to pick up coding, we had to pick up world building, storytelling, all these kind of bits and pieces, level design, and so on and so on, at least to the point where we would be able to shape this kind of story. I think it turned out pretty decent for two morons that have no idea what they are doing, but you know, time will tell.
Pretty outstanding art style, I would say. Like lots of bright colors. And one thing you mentioned that I picked up on is, Günther, that you actually don't have any education when it comes to color patterns.
No, not at all. Actually, I've been working as a designer for the biggest part of my life, but mostly the kind of information design, like typography, copy, layout, stuff like that. So I always was obviously interested in, like let's say art and visual art in the kind of broader sense, but I never practiced it to the extent that I could really do something decent with it. So just this morning, someone asked me how this kind of art style basically evolved, and the thing is that there are a couple of, let's say, basic inspirations that emerged like 5 years ago, and that was like, for example, we love the kind of original Zelda games more than anything else, particularly the one on the Super Nintendo and the one on the Game Boy, and we thought like, if we want to make a game, well, it should be around these kind of edges, somehow following the kind of style of the kind of Game Boy Zelda, for example. So we knew this kind of perspective was something that we want to go for. And then the only game at that time that I really admired visually was like Sword and Sorcery. Sword and Sorcery is, for example, like you can see these kind of thin limbs of all the kind of characters, these kind of one pixel limbs. That's basically what we just blandly copied from Sword and Sorcery. But then Sword and Sorcery had this kind of grayish, greenish kind of color palette, and I wanted to try to work with more color. So I just started to go nuts on the kind of color palette, and eventually this kind of style emerged. That's basically how this kind of thing came together.
And it's so sad to see that you obviously a lot of thought went into the design of the aesthetics, right? And just people on the internet seeing the game for the first time and then drawing comparisons to games they might have seen that did something, at least color-wise, similar. But to design, there are more aspects than just the color patterns. For me, it's personally really sad to see when I know how much work you put into that, guys.
No, I don't. Yeah, I understand what you're gonna say, but this is not really sad to me. It's rather something that there's some kind of passion going on, and you really want to give players, people, everybody, you want to let them feel passionate about whatever they're seeing. And the thing is, like, before you play a game like that, you can only judge the visuals, right? You don't really know the story about, you don't really have a feeling for the kind of combat or the kind of interaction, whatever's going on. So people judge whatever the kind of information that they can gather. And it's totally fair to draw these kind of comparisons. Basically, that's how our brain works. So I guess it's rather the opposite. If people compare something that they see to something else, I think this is something that you can value pretty positively. Even though not everybody jumps to this conclusion, but I think that's like something like if I pick up a game that looks like my other favorite game, then this is basically a good thing, even though my emotions probably go crazy before that.
So we basically finished our first enemy encounter, and now it looks like he's on the ground, waiting for mercy or to be killed. Is this like a thing that's going on the whole game? Am I able to make these decisions to go forward with killing them, executing them?
Yeah, just.
I don't know. How do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel like killing right now.
Come on, give it to your urge.
Then go for it.
He's dead.
Come on, do it.
He's dead.
So how did it feel?
How was it?
I feel more guilt than reward, to be honest. I'm not sure.
Oh,
why did you talk me into this? How can I live it down even?
Yeah, there was a big kitten and it's crawling under the sand in the next big area, but we will, I'm pretty sure we get there in maybe half an hour or something like that. So we can
depending on playstyle, right? Depending on skill.
Oh yeah, come on, Phil, you're not that bad.
I've not died one time right now.
But we can basically talk about something that riddled our brains for quite a while, and that's like difficulty. What actually is difficulty in game design and how to approach it.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the moment, what you're doing is like you're playing Cloud City, which is the kind of first area in the game, and we twisted and worked and changed it quite a bit over these last couple of years, but eventually settled with making this a very, very slow kind of start into the game. It's basically like a very weird and long extended tutorial, but the idea is basically that you, by the end of Cloud City, you have learned, like the kind of main things, like have picked up some items, fought a couple of different enemies, had little bits and pieces of story, and just like found your way around. Yeah, there are like this kind of a couple of guilty pleasure games that at least I have, and one of them is Dark Souls. And the coolest thing about Dark Souls, what we enjoyed the most, or at least I enjoyed the most, was that
Phil, you're getting ripped. Phil, you're getting ripped. Run.
Yeah, I died. I'm sorry. I was listening and I was excited. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you rather want to play or listen, or to do both?
I'm trying to game here. What the f are you even talking about? Like Dark Souls and stuff. I'm playing Resolution, dude. That's something that came to me naturally. I just decided. Oh my god, how can? Okay, never mind. I died again.
Oh my god, Phil, you died again.
I'm sorry.
It's supposed to be the tutorial.
It's not the tutorial. It's killing me.
Everything just basically comes down to you walking in various directions and then pressing one of 3 buttons.
Phil, just run through the room. Run.
Down, run down. Go down, go down. Come on, go down.
Please stop backseat gaming me. I'm so close to dying. But why did it take you 5 years? I mean, when the guy that made Stardew Valley can do it in 4, you need 5 and you're 2 people? What's up?
Fair, like maybe because we're just like bad, maybe that's it, like
yeah,
we're just not good enough.
Oh boy.
I mean the thing is, like, let's be honest, like you have struggled to play a game while we have struggled to make a game. So I mean, knock yourself out.
Okay, I don't like where this is going. Why don't we just stay friendly and love each other? How is this not possible? Where are the good vibes, my boys?
Or listening, tuning in, basically.
They are even seeing your faces.
It's a podcast. It's a podcast.
First try, baby. I feel like I've entered manhood now, adulthood. This empowered me. Killing is good.
That's why I get a scarf. That's your token of manhood. Probably the best thing about Resolution is the soundtrack, which we didn't, but someone else. His name is Garrett Wolf, and he did the music for Resolution, and it turned out to be just fantastic. And even to the point where almost everybody who played the game so far was instantly in love with the music, and it's like even a big soundtrack. I think like 57 tracks or something on these lines. And like if anybody is out there wants to do like weird music videos with the music, I guess they're totally free to do so,
I'm encountering a whole lot of NPCs. I'm free to kill them if I want, right?
Well, how do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel like this game might me over if I do so. What do you recommend?
Why do you feel like that? I mean, isn't that like very negative? I mean, why should this game you over? It's like
are you
like I didn't die in the tutorial, right?
Phil, are you playing the game or is the game playing you?
I feel like I'm being played.
Not sure. You see, there's a little white spot in the lowest part of the
Oh,
screen.
yeah.
There's a cat.
Just putting in its head.
And that's actually my cat. Her name is Michonne, and she's basically sitting right next to me on the big chair.
So
yeah, there's plenty of us and our little lives that we worked into the video game. But I guess that's what every developer eventually does.
I'm really not looking forward to fight all of it. Let's show some gameplay. Yeah.
The good news is you don't have to. There are multiple layers to the game.
You will, yeah. Phil, you died.
If you beat an enemy, they will fall to the ground and clearly show you that they cannot continue fighting for the moment at least. This is what we call a mercy state. And from here you can decide, you know, do you I mean, just give them the last hit, just kill them, or just, you know, move on, you know, don't kill them at all, whatever. That's basically your call. Maybe there is like something coming out of it. Maybe it's just like pure cosmetic. That's something that is also like part of spoiler territory.
Close to dying again.
I know.
Maybe go down and smash those rocks. Maybe there's some health in them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you need to pick up more health.
Down.
Yeah,
there are some
how?
rocks. Smash
Where?
them.
I
Here,
didn't get any. I didn't get anything from them.
Yeah, bad luck.
Thanks. Much appreciated that you're trying to help.
There are more rocks on the left.
Okay, let me smash some rocks. I didn't know I could recover health from that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's some
so
health.
easy. The game is
more
so
health.
easy.
Nice. See?
Let me find some more rocks. They are not rocks, they are minerals.
Yeah, well, again, I guess it's fair to say that this is not really an easy game. So it's not necessarily just from the kind of combat complexity, but also the kind of storytelling complexity. There are a lot of things going on. So when we created the game, we realized that there are many players who just want to have like a fast-paced, very linear, straightforward experience, and you know, just like go in, do some battle, fight some bosses, get to the credits as fast as possible. But then on the other hand, there are these kind of people who really dig deep stories, that really want to look behind every corner, just really dive into the kind of content given. And we try to find a good balance between these kind of two things. So what we did is that there is this kind of part of the game which is just like you run, you hack and slash, you just make a way from one boss to the next, and you get to the end. That's it, and you will get through that pretty quickly. But then there are many more layers, particularly with storytelling or the kind of crazy riddles that will come later on in the game, that will need very careful exploration, and probably to the point where you need to talk with other people on the internet and try to figure out how things are basically meant to be played.
It's just a joy to work with, but for people who don't know how to code and have no experience at all, it's probably pretty hard. There are some engines which I don't know, target, let's say, visual scripting, where you don't have to really... Well done, Phil, you died again.
Great.
Wait.
You were the first one who ever skipped this save point.
Yeah, I've been told multiple times that I'm special, but not in a kind way.
But that's actually something that we appreciate quite a bit, because we are big suckers for speedrunners.
Or maybe you appreciate it, but I hate it because I have to...
Oh, I love it. No.
You have to fix it, right? Yeah.
Makes me insane.
No, I love it, man. It's like there's nothing more enjoyable than if speedrunners do things that nobody thinks is possible at all. And we're really looking forward to some speedrunners picking up Resolution and just like trying to break it in every kind of possible.
So I would be ready, if you guys are up for it, to activate the Twitch integration. We can try, right? I mean, what could possibly go wrong when we give chat control over everything? I feel like there's much stuff hidden in the game that gives you like this moment when you encounter it, when you finally, maybe by accident, find it out. Oh my god, you can slaughter deer and bunnies. Oh my god, it's Genocide Forest. Let's go. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I don't know what I was talking about.
You know, you reach the weird point in your life when you start to enjoy your own game, and this is actually what happened to us over the last couple of months. Because building a video game over such a long stretch of time is obviously it's a really strange experience. And for the most part, you never have a finished game. You just have these kind of chunks, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. But over the last basically roughly half a year, the kind of whole thing came together, and we actually got to the point where we started to enjoy, you know, just enjoy a video game instead of just looking at like a technical prototype. Oh, there's the big deer.
There's a question in chat I would like to bring up. Is there a boss fight with an up-dog mechanic?
With what kind of a mechanic?
With an up-dog mechanic.
What is an up-dog mechanic?
What's what?
What kind of a mechanic?
Is what?
What's an up? Oh, dude.
I mean, shotgun to the face, you can't really go wrong. No, okay. Heart doesn't. Oh my god. You flipped it even more? That is
That is so
possible?
mean. That is so mean. Maybe try flipping your controller as well.
You can you rotate it by 180 degrees? Let's go, guys.
Wait. Oh no. Flip it some more? If we are quick enough, let's go. No, it's happening. They're doing it. Okay, perfect. Thank you. This helps.
Oh, you can you can even flip
Yeah,
it
but
more.
I mean, if you have trouble to turn your controller and play along, maybe do a handstand or like a headstand and
Yeah, sure,
play.
easy. I will just...
I mean,
This works actually quite fine, to be honest. I can just play the whole game like this.
our core idea of Resolution was to create something. If Star Wars and Matrix had a baby and then pushed it into the Alice in Wonderland kind of hole, then you would get Resolution. You know, that's basically a pretty good explanation.
And which movie is the background thing coming from? What's up with that?
Oh, you just go on, man. You will meet this dude in a few seconds.
So you wouldn't agree when people say, oh yeah, Resolution, it's basically like a Metroidvania Dark Souls that looks like a Hyperlight Drifter with some Matrix influence in there.
No, that's
Dude,
fine.
I'd be so fine with that.
That would be fine. That would be cool.
I mean, that contains so many compliments, which is crazy, you know, because like getting compared to games like that is like insane, because those are some of the best games ever created, very well known, and we are just these kind of two guys trying to figure out how to build our first video game, and then getting these kind of comparisons, and we get them quite a bit, is weird, but you know, like, it's also pretty good actually. Now you meet my two favorite characters in the game, Solus and Dowdy.
Can we just appreciate the music for a moment? In the last area, it was amazing. And now it's amazing as well. Oh boy. Wait, Buddhism is not a religion?
No, it's a philosophy.
What do you...
Whoa, mind blown.
Oh boy, I feel so uneducated. That's why I told you, you guys are like father figures for me. You're full of wisdom and philosophy.
And you're full of shit, dude.
Wow! You're just like my real father. I love you.
You know, I'm really, to be honest, I'm really impressed that we already made it to the kind of Phantom Pits already. I thought you would not be able to leave Cloud City at all. So, well done.
After you see me play for the first 3 minutes? Yeah, I got some good teachers that guided me along the way and explained me the things I was not able to pick up myself.
I can also give some credits and some compliments to my brother. The good thing is actually that whenever you throw him like a weird idea, he's up to exploring it any minute. You know, like whatever kind of stupid idea Michael or me came up with, he tried to do it. He tried to do it directly. The problem is he gets lost in these kind of ideas so much that he tries to make them work all over the time, over and over again, and eventually, you know, like it will be my challenge to integrate like a crazy idea that spiraled out of control back into the kind of lore and the world somehow, which is like pretty mad.
Phil, that was nice. If you just go back into the pit where it came from.
I love how you added the Phil, that was nice. Like it meant nothing. It just meant nothing.
Yeah. like a puppy. Well done.
No,
Done. Here's your candy.
No, go down. Go now.
Down in the middle,
into
right?
the center. Just exit the whole building.
But I came from there.
Yeah,
Phil,
true.
it's nice that
true.
you shit the
And now,
carpet, but please don't do it again.
continue straight down. Continue straight down.
Okay, I got it.
There's a new big entrance. See that one? Nice. you can you can see all the entrances and exits on the map. So if you get lost, oh Phil, I have the feeling you might die in a second.
No.
But I still believe in you.
Richard,
I
we were
really
wondering
do.
this-
I really do.
We were
Phil?
wondering this morning, is Balchi actually an NPC? Can you make him grow?
Phil, you died. Well done. I stopped being proud of you.
Let me just thank you for your patience with me, for guiding me through the game. That was very much appreciated. People out there, thank you very much for being here as well. This has been fun, and we will see you guys. Bye.
All right, guys. Bye bye.
Alright, cheers everybody.
Tomorrow.